My results have been really good. Great, in fact. I think when I told you that I kind of went a little different route, instead of just privately listening to all of your messages myself, when I thought there was something pertinent that my wife would like hearing, understanding what I'm learning about myself and how to make our marriage better, she really bought in and said, if you're willing to do this, I'm willing to make a new start, and we've never looked back.
If you're a married man whose marriage is in trouble, your family is counting on you, brother. They're counting on you to save them from all the horrors of divorce and a broken home. Now look, the clock is ticking, but you know that. I don't have to tell you that. If you don't fix this soon, your marriage is going to die. And look, you don't need a marriage counselor to come in and start telling you or her about your childhood, and you don't need your buddies. And while Jesus will absolutely help you to fix this, brother, he's depending on you to grow into the man who can do this. And he's not just going to let you sit back and do nothing while he does it for you. Look, man, they're all counting on you. But if your level of marriage mastery is not powerful enough to reach your wife in a way that rebuilds trust, rebuilds connection, rebuilds attraction, and rebuilds love in exactly the way that she needs to feel those things, well then, my brother, you're letting them all down, right? Starting with God, and then your wife, and then your kids, and yourself, and everyone else your marriage touches. And brother, that's not what I want for you or for your family, and I know God doesn't want that for you and your family either. I'm Bob Gerace, and I help men to win their wife back, often in 8 weeks or less, even if she wasn't talking to them when they started. And I do it with a hyper-successful strategy that mixes the art of tapping into the most powerful love in the universe, that's God's love, and actually offering that powerful love to your wife with the science of how to literally break the habit of being that version of you that keeps looking weak to her and disappointing her and unattractive to her. You know, that version that keeps letting her down and making her feel unsafe and unloved. And the coolest thing about our strategy is that it's fast, and it works whether she's on board with saving the marriage or not. Look, man, no counseling required, and she's not required to do anything, because we're going to show you a simple 5-step process that our clients use to rapidly become emotionally strong and attractive, and how to show up like elite-level husbands, and how to help their wife get over her own issues, both the issues that these men have caused and made worse, and also the issues that she had before she even entered the marriage. And most importantly, how to take responsibility for and coach the marriage to a life where every day, instead of this life where every day is more painful than the last, coach the marriage to a reality where every day is more blissful than the day that just passed. And if that sounds impossible to you, then brother, I get it. I understand when I was there, and I understand that after a man has gone through months and years and decades of struggle with no forward progress and only backward progress, with her shutting down and closing off her heart more and more, that it sounds crazy that you can actually turn it all around in 8 weeks or less. But listen, man, over the last 10 years, we've helped over 1,600 men apply this art and science and transform their wife from a non-speaking adversary to a warm, loving, responsive, playful partner, eager for each day to unfold, and a woman who becomes an advocate in making that happen. And most often, they were able to accomplish this in 8 weeks or less. And I want to invite you to a free presentation that I'm doing today, where I'll pull back the curtain on exactly what strategies my clients who came back from marriages that they thought were dead beyond recognition, only to send me the photos of the renewed vows and ceremonies a couple months later, the exact strategies that they used to pull that off. They're attracting their wife back. And this is happening every day. They're finally, and often for the first time ever, truly getting their own needs met and exceeded inside the marriage. And they're doing it without walking on eggshells, emasculating or embarrassing themselves, begging her for her love, or feeling like less of a man. And they're doing it without needing her to be the slightest bit into fixing the marriage on the day they start. So click here to join the presentation, because in this presentation I'm going to reveal the simple process that we use to teach men how to, number one, get complete control over themselves emotionally so that they can have mature, adult, loving conversations with their wife, no matter what she says or does, without losing control of themselves and letting their rage do more harm than good in the marriage. And number two, how to show up as an elite level husband, what I call the man, the leader, and the king of your kingdom, so you'll never again have to hear how you're failing as a husband. And number three, how to get her over her own rage, so the woman you're dealing with is always the best and highest version of her, the loving, mature, rational person she is at her best, even when you continue to make mistakes. You're human, brother, when you continue to make those mistakes in the marriage. And number four, how to leverage all of those processes to ensure that you can coach your marriage to a better place every day. And fifth, and most importantly, how to do all of this as quickly and as surely and as efficiently with as little pain as possible. So brother, click this link, register for the presentation, and I'll see you there.